Why Fortnite's Metaverse modes failed. Hey, what's up guys, Snowy Minotaur here, and yes, I am finally going to be discussing this topic here on the channel, and that is Fortnite's big Metaverse modes that they decided to push out at the very beginning of Chapter 5. And that is Fortnite Lego, Rocket Racing, and Fortnite Festival. So today I wanted to talk about it here with you all and discuss my own thoughts and opinions about these game modes in general, and just the current state of them, because man oh man, I got a lot of words to say. If you guys like the content that you see, subscribe to the channel, and also make sure to use code MENO5 in the Fortnite item shop. It helps the channel tremendously, and also don't forget to drop a like on the video if you guys agree with what I say. But ladies and gentlemen, let's hop right into the video. So when Chapter 5 came out, we actually had a huge bombshell that we were getting 3 big major game modes coming to the game. And the first one that came out was actually one that I'm not really going to discuss a whole lot here, because I actually do think it's gotten progressively better, and that is actually Lego. Fortnite Lego actually had a lot of potential back when it was first initially out, but they didn't really do a lot with it. It's not to say that it was bad, because I definitely think it was a really fun mode, but it just didn't really have enough updates at the time. But once they started updating this mode, it became so much better, especially as of the most recent mode that they just added in, more or less the recent update. Like, they are actually making this game mode better, and that is a good thing. However, I can't really say the same thing about the Lego Pass. I think in general, the Lego Pass is the worst pass out of all the ones that we have in the game. I don't really know anybody who's really going out of the way to buy it, unless if they have Fortnite Crew, as I literally just said, because who in their right mind is going in the way into the item shop to go buy those garbage Fortnite Lego kits? You know what I mean? Those are ass. Oh, but speaking of which, we gotta talk about one of the deadest game modes, and the one that pretty much died off very quickly, and that's Rocket Racing. Oh my ever-living god, this game mode, when it first initially came out, had over 500,000 people at its all-time peak. And nowadays, it is now averaging just a little over 1,500 players. And that is because Epic killed this mode. I don't think I really need to go into much details as of why Rocket Racing died. Like, it initially was planned to have seasons, but that completely got scrapped altogether. The car cosmetics, while some of them do look cool, and they still produce them to this very day, because that's like the only thing that's remotely came out that was good about this game mode were the car bodies and like the cosmetics. This game mode should have never been added into Fortnite to begin with. In my opinion, it should have been a Rocket League thing, and they could have just kept the cars normally as, you know, normal cosmetics, because people buy the cars. And that's really sad, because this game mode did have potential, especially with it being a racing game mode, but man, it just didn't fit the Fortnite theme. It didn't look like Fortnite, at least with Lego. It did feel like Fortnite's own interpretation of Minecraft, but obviously with Lego assets, it actually worked in that context. Rocket Racing did not, and it died off so quickly that the only things that we get are cosmetics in the item shop. That is literally it. This game mode is only here to exist just so that then they can sell more random car collaborations in the shop. That is literally it. But ladies and gentlemen, the third game mode is the reason why this video is being made, as people have been discussing a lot about Fortnite Festival. And man oh man, this current state that the game mode is in a very odd one. Now, I would actually say that out of all 3 of the game modes, this one has the most dedicated player base. It has the most amount of attention drawn to it. And that's obviously due to the fact with the Fortnite Festival headliners that they add in, with them collaborating with huge artists. Literally, we just had Bruno Mars, which was a pretty mixed reception from the Fortnite community. If you guys want to go check out that video, top right hand corner. But that's not what I'm here to really talk about. That's not the biggest reason to why the game mode's in the state that's in. It's the way that Epic has been essentially changing up the mode for the worst. Now, I'm not saying like all the changes are bad. They made some very good, solid changes to Fortnite Festival since it's been in the game for over a year. I definitely think that in general, it's definitely a very playable and very fun mode. The biggest problem with it is that Epic has been pushing out these awful ideas and just awful things that are just really killing it. Like with jam tracks, the one thing that essentially makes this game mode fun and enjoyable. Like, do you guys remember that we were actually getting so many new Fortnite Festival jam tracks in a single week? Like, bi-weekly, we were getting about 4 to, I want to say almost 10 jam tracks in a single day. Like, it was honestly crazy, and it wasn't just like, oh, from like one genre. They were doing multiple genres even at 1 week. But man, what good times we had, ladies and gentlemen, because now we are not even getting that. Did you guys know that nowadays we are only getting at the very least 1 to 2 new jam tracks a week? Like, That is absolutely embarrassing. Like, what in the world happened? Does this game mode not get enough attention anymore that they have to basically cut costs so badly to not only us not even getting new cosmetics in the item shop anymore? I'm glad at the very least we are getting new emotes in the item shop, but we have not had a new instrument, a new original instrument, might add, that's not tied to any collaboration in the item shop for months. And also the fact of the matter is that as of lately, throughout these past few seasons, I've been noticing that the festival headliners have been getting absolutely dogged on when it comes to the festival jam tracks. Like, did you guys realize that we haven't really been getting a lot of jam tracks which are actually from those said artists? Like, you guys remember from the past, like, few seasons, I think, like, the first 3? Oh, wait, sorry, no, I meant 4. There's 4 seasons. The first 4 seasons of Fortnite Festival, we had a whole bunch of different songs from the headliners drop during that time. Nowadays, it's rare enough to actually see 1 or even 2 of them in the item shop during this person's season. Like, did you guys see what they did with Hatsune Miku? Like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for people who really enjoy her music. But that's not the worst part. I think you all know where I'm going with this here, and that is the FOMO. This change, in my opinion, by making jam tracks not stay in the item shop forever, not having all of them available at once, was one of the worst decisions I think I have ever seen them do for this game mode. Because why would they add FOMO to a game mode like Fortnite Festival? It makes no sense for it to be here to begin with. Now people have that whole entire mentality going through their head, going like, oh my gosh, when is this gonna leave? Will this ever come back? That is the worst part about this, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that there is a possibility we're gonna see rare item shop jam tracks now. Like, oh god, I can't wait for Party Royale to start flexing them. Oh god, just give it a year time. I'm telling you right now, that's what's gonna happen. Looking at all the metaverse stuff here, I didn't talk about every single little thing, because if I was here talking about every single little thing, I would be here for like another half hour, even an hour, because these game modes completely died. Let's just be real here. Well, besides Rocket Racing, the other 2 game modes still have pretty decent player attention, and some of the quality of life changes were good. However, you can't really deny the fact that Epic tried pushing out these game modes so far to the point where they were making changes to the item shop that were being forced upon with these cosmetic changes, like obviously with Lego. Anything that had Lego assets, not including emotes, might I add, were only coming back into the item shop. Like, that was absolutely sad. And the fact that they pretty much almost stopped doing support for these game modes and not really promote them that much anymore. And I'm glad that they're actually going out of their way to focus on what made Fortnite Fortnite while also having the metaverse alongside it. But honestly, they just felt flat, and I'm glad at the very least that 2 of them, besides obviously Rocket Racing, is getting a lot of support. Like, I am very glad that they're getting a bunch of really awesome updates. But I don't think it's saving the modes in general, because with how Festival currently is standing right now, to where we only get like 1 jam track a week, and don't make it the excuse of like, oh, they're on break right now, because they've been doing this for the past few months. Yeah, that's a really bad sign. But I think overall, these game modes honestly deserved a lot better. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did happen to enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, AKMX account. And also don't forget to use my support code within the Fortnite item shop. That's MINO5, that's MINO5, please and thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. I love every single one of you. Remember everyone, it's always good to take chances.